What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Records and Rants. I hope you guys are waiting and just dying for controversy and drama, because there's going to be a ton of it in this show, I guarantee it. Well, we have a bone to pick with some of our commenters from last week, and we're also going to be talking about the new release songs from the National, and we have a few things to say about it, but I can't do it without the other host of this show. Dixon, how are you?
Wow, Ice, I feel honored. This is the second week in a row I've been included as a co-host in the show.
Oh, God.
So if you're looking for further controversy, go back 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Where Ice was a solo artist, kind of doing his own thing.
For about 5 seconds.
And now here we are back together again. The band's back together.
Yeah, are you gonna? I think it's gonna have like an anniversary show of when that happened. You're probably gonna make me apologize every single time we hit that date.
I mean, I hope the apology is sincere.
Yo, Ice, you remember a year ago when you said that like you were the only one that was doing the show? Do you remember that?
It's definitely possible. It's probably actually a good idea, just to remind us where we've come from.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I think we should definitely do that.
I love it.
Oh man, I am really excited for this show though, because
I am too.
As we all know, I hate the National. I truly do, and
yes.
We'll get into that later of my opinions on it. But Dixon, you really enjoy the National.
Yeah, I've been a National fan for a while, probably since like 2007. Their album, The Boxer, and I guess it's just kind of the experiences you and I had, because you never went through that hipster, sad boy, soy kind of phase in high school, college, right?
No, I never did.
Because you just listened to the Smiths for the first time a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm sure that's shocking to many people, but yeah, that was the first time.
Right, you weren't a fan. You never heard of the National until I brought them on your radar about a year ago, right?
Yep, correct.
Def Cab for Cutie.
Never listened to them.
Oh man,
might be another one we have to do.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Yeah. They're Ben Gibbard is a sad boy, definitely a sad boy.
Didn't he date what's her name?
Yeah, they were married, Zooey Deschanel.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, we did discuss this. Okay, I probably you know what? It's probably one of those bands that I've heard, and it's like, oh, I know that song. That's okay, and then it's like, oh, it's Death Cab for Cutie. Okay.
Yeah, you definitely have heard them.
Yeah.
Bright Eyes. You ever get into Bright Eyes, Conor Oberst?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh man. Oh well, see that's the thing. I kind of I had that hipster glasses. Oh, I have to get up at 3:00 in the morning and write my feelings out, like that kind of thing. Like I went through that phase for a while.
Yeah, no, I understand. You did you did have the more. You never really had the vibe though. I think you just kind of dressed the part, I guess you could say.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of dressing the part, because it would literally be like Friday night, like, oh, we're in a cafe and we're listening to this record, and then it'd be like, weekend, chugging beers, NASCAR, college football, and then Monday back to the reality of being a sad boy. Sad boy, whatever.
It's quite a whiplash, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, absolutely. But I like the National. One of the reasons why I like the National, and I kind of thought this while I was listening to these 2 new singles, is that the National, the lyrics, and as you hear them, they mean something else to the band. Matt Berninger in particular and his wife, they co-write songs. He writes songs. He's the baritone vocal.
Mm-hmm.
That means something different, and you could kind of interpret those lyrics and apply them to, like, okay, this is what I think this means, or like, oh, okay, like I feel a connection to this, and it may be totally off. And I experienced that a lot on their album Trouble Will Find Me, which we reviewed, which you declared was the worst album of all time.
I did say that, unfortunately, but the lyrics of the National, I feel like, are their strong suit, and I feel like I missed that when listening to that album for the first time.
Okay, wow, that takes a big man to admit that. Good. That's a evolution.
No, absolutely. I'll admit when I'm wrong.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Do you want to admit anything else in the last couple weeks? Maybe
it's already been done. Go back to the last episode.
Done. No, but so the National, um, probably the singular good thing to come out of Ohio.
Yeah.
Um, the National, they from Cincinnati, formed in Brooklyn. Um, you have twin brothers, Aaron Dessner, Bryce Dessner, and the way that the National kind of work is that they write the music first, and then Matt Berninger puts in his lyrics and words and everything else, and he sings that real sort of melancholy, sort of with a little bit of an edge baritone on the track.
Yep.
So yeah, so this is their a couple songs that we're talking about from their new album to be released April 28th, I believe. Um, Off of it's called The First Two Pages of Frankenstein. And April 28th, excuse me. I think I said
Yeah.
the 29th.
Oh, no,
But
you got it. You got it.
okay, but this is their first album since 2019. Easy to find.
Yeah.
And the artwork, the aesthetics, the vibe, the sounds, just from what we've heard on these first two songs, really match that. But New Order T-shirt kind of has a vintage National vibe, which we'll get into. But yeah, so this is it. So I was interested to see that this is this is another sad boy you probably never listened to. The album First Two Pages of Frankenstein features Sufjan Stevens. Do you ever listen to him?
No, I haven't.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Sorry.
Phoebe Bridgers and Taylor Swift is going to make a guest appearance on this album as well.
It's funny you mentioned Taylor Swift because it's another dig that I was going to have at the National. If you go on their Spotify, their most listened to song, it's not even of them. It's of Taylor Swift, and it features the National.
Oh, yeah. See, because one of the Dessner brothers produced albums for Taylor Swift.
Really?
Yeah. What is interesting, because I don't know if I've ever... I don't think I've listened to a Taylor Swift album, and I can't stand that effing Taylor's version, whatever the Taylor's version is, where it's I had to do this 10-minute song. They absolutely love that.
A 10-minute song, like that's the biggest thing that Taylor Swift has ever done. Like, how is that even?
Yeah.
How is it even impressive?
And they have that. Now Taylor Swift should know her fan base. I mean, granted, there's a lot of people some of our peers are Taylor Swift fans.
Yeah.
But I think she has a younger contingent of fans.
Absolutely.
When that album came out, she had like 16 different versions at Target. And the big thing is you had to like buy all of them. However many there were. There were quite a few.
I remember that. It's so pretentious. Yeah. It's so self-indulgent, and look at me, I'm an artist. I have all these. I hate it. I can't stand it.
Yes. So I haven't heard a lot of new Taylor Swift, so I don't know what the vibe is on her albums, but maybe it's sort of this matured, melancholy but also hopeful vibe. But I'm not sure. But yeah, that's where the Taylor Swift connection comes in.
Now, let me ask you this: you were saying that the album cover for the First Two Pages of Frankenstein, you feel like that matches the vibe of the two songs that we listened to?
I think the Tropic Morning News.
Yeah.
I think that kind of puts out that it kind of reminds me of like the artwork on it. It definitely it's in the same era of their last album, but it kind of, I don't know if you want me to discuss this right now, but it kind of matches.
No, we could whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do.
So I think the song, Tropic Morning News.
Yeah.
At this point, Matt is going through an internal external crisis.
I did read about that.
Right. So during COVID, they're kind of broken. They're kind of split up. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say I wanted to ask you about that because I was reading on the Last FM wiki that it was written when Matt came in to a depths of his depression. Felt like a turning point for us. That's what they said. So I was wondering if you had any more insight on this depression that he had.
It's all about how he's having a dry spell. He's like, I can't come up with melodies. I can't come up with lyrics. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm away from my friends. We're not creating. Even though he released a solo album, I think that the artwork kind of signifies that moment where it's like, okay, you're looking at yourself
Yeah.
And maybe you're looking at where you've come from, how things used to be, and like this perfect image. Like here's this kid holding this head, and to me it just symbolizes like, did you anticipate the things you and I had done previously in our early 20s that we would have done when we were like 6 years old?
No, I would not have anticipated the things that we've done when I
Right,
was
right,
younger.
right.
Yeah.
Sure, and you're gung ho. You're when you're a kid. Oh, dare, anti-drug. I'm never going to smoke. I'm never going to drink a
Yep.
beer in my life. All
Yep.
this kind of stuff, and not only that, but then all the ups and downs, the challenges, the heartbreaks, the good moments, the sad moments, all kind of comes into perspective when you're in that moment alone without anybody to kind of um, present it to. It could kind of weigh on your mind. I think that's kind of where the artwork and especially Tropic Morning News kind of line up, but definitely the same aesthetic as I Am Easy to Find from 2019.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I didn't understand it at first because the way that I took it is that this is kind of like a faster song for the National, and I felt like the New Order T-shirt did go back to their older stuff. I felt like I was listening to that album again. Trouble Will Find Me.
100%, absolutely. This is
Yeah.
definitely, and I thought that you would like Tropic Morning News. It's got kind of that synthy beat. It's got those. It's got the guitar in there. It's got some national vibe into it. But I think it's like definitely fast paced compared to what maybe you're used to. And I think it worked well.
Well, let me tell you this, Dixon,
All right,
about
go ahead.
Tropic Morning News by the National.
Okay.
I loved this song.
I knew it. I knew
I
you would.
absolutely loved it. The vibe of it, the lyrics, the instrumentals, the beat, everything it worked so perfectly. And I was floored. My jaw was
Right.
on the floor. I was like, this is amazing. This is so good.
I knew it. I knew you would
You were,
like the song.
you were right. You were totally right.
Mhm.
But yeah, no,
Absolutely. That's great.
I added it into the rotation. I loved it. And it's funny because when you listen to the vocals by Matt Berninger, you would think that his vocals match like a slower, more melancholy kind of thing.
Right.
But I felt that it fit so well with this more kind of upbeat song that they were doing that it kind of it didn't even clash. It just was very unexpected, and I absolutely loved it. And I thought to myself, I'm like, this is what I would love the National to be. I know people don't want that, but just seeing a more brighter tone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can go into what the lyrics are about, but just the fact that it was totally different than anything that I've heard from the National. Now, are there any other songs that are like this from the National, or is it all kind of more melancholy?
I remember like the Boxer being a little bit more upbeat.
Mhm.
There's some tracks on I Am Easy to Find that are a little bit. You Had Your Soul With You, I think is the name of the song. That's kind of like the same kind of vibe. But you make a really good point because with the sort of electronic aspect of it and Matt's vocals, right?
Yes.
They're kind of opposite, right? But they, like you said before, it's like it doesn't detract or whatever.
Mhm.
It kind of works well. And I think the other thing too is the lyrics where he's experiencing this low point, and then it's kind of this really upbeat and joyful instrumental.
Yeah.
That also kind of are polar opposites, but they mesh so well, like you were saying.
Yeah, no, I love that too. It's the verses were a more melancholy kind of like, minor key sad kind of tone, and then it hits that chorus and it just like brings you back. I love that kind of rubber banding, that tension and build up and resolution. The whole structure of the song, even on that aspect, is fantastic.
Right. No, 100%. Love the lyric. I love this lyric. Got up to seize the day with my head in my hands, feeling strange. Because like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do great things, and then you feel like S, and you don't want to get out of bed. I love this too. I'll be over here lying near the ocean, making ocean sounds.
Yeah, what was that lyric about?
I love it. I just absolutely love it. And then there's in the chorus they have, what happened to the wavelength we were on?
Yes.
You have those moments where it's like you feel so disconnected, whether it be your partner, your whatever it is. You could apply this to all those kind of like questionable, tough moments that you're experiencing. And that's what's so great about the Nationals lyrics, I think,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I think that's the strong point for them. One little section that I actually liked was when he says, and this is pretty relatable. Something went off on its own. My dumb automatic chit chat. It's not what I meant to
Yeah.
say at all. There's no way you could attach me to that. And
Right.
I think a lot of people, obviously, a lot of people could relate to that. It's like it's automatic chit chat. It's just something that comes out of you. You don't mean to say it. You can't attach yourself to that, but
Right.
it's kind of hard to distance yourself from it at the same time.
No, 100%. That's what, and he follows it up with, I love this lyric too. You found the slush in my sentiment. You made it sound so intelligent. And so that's the thing. It's like, oh, I don't even know what the hell I'm saying.
Yeah.
And maybe I interpret it as like maybe out there, somebody out there hears your slush and appreciates it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like us. Like you're listening to this song. Yeah, you listen to our slush and you appreciate it.
Yes, 100%. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much lately though, based on our comments, but we'll get into that.
Oh yeah, we'll get into it.
So good. I'm glad to hear that you really like this guy. I knew you would like this song. I really did.
No, I'm glad that they came out with it. And like I said, I'm definitely going to be listening to this. It's not that I hate the National, honestly.
Right.
It's just it's the sound, and I just don't really like Matt's voice, I guess, or how he sings. It's almost like spoken word at some points when he's going through these songs. I actually listened to a live set from them, and they were in Australia. And he really gets into the live performance, but as I was listening to it, I'm like, man, this guy I wish he would just sing. It's frustrating for me. And again, I don't mean to demean one of your favorite bands. I hate to say this, but it's just that I don't know, I just want more out of him. He's just talking, but apparently a lot of people love it.
There's probably some National fans out there who are going to disagree.
Oh, sure.
I don't think he has a whole lot of range in reality. He just kind of sticks to that baritone, and that's it.
I almost wonder if that's why he sings like that, which would beg the question: why are you the lead vocals in the first place? Then, but
that would be a good point. That'd be a good question to ask. That's also valid.
Yeah, I mean, but he writes a lot of these songs, right? Well, you say he co-writes them sometimes, right?
Well, he writes. He's the lyricist, but he also writes them with his wife.
Okay, I got you.
And I'm sure the other boys in the band have some input, but basically it's the music and then lyrics, and then they go from there.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So he has a natural talent, I would say, for writing these lyrics. I mean, it's almost like poetry. It tells a story, like you said. There's things you could relate to, and
right.
Looking back, I was just reading through some of the lyrics, and I can't think of any off the top of my head right now, but just the fact that they were moving in such a way that they're relatable. And like I said, I think that is the strong point for me for the National.
Good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. We're getting somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I knew you would like this song. I knew it. I'm glad. I really am.
Now
maybe we turn the tide here.
I'm glad too. But then I listened to New Order T-shirt, and I was like,
And that was it. You had enough.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. That's what prompted me to listen to the live set. I'm like, am I missing something here? Is it just me? But it's like, no, all their songs are like this. But again, I'm in the minority because people friggin' love this band.
Yeah, I mean, just the opening lyric didn't get you. How you tapped on a box of Blue American Spirits.
Well,
like that's such a cool thing.
Yeah, it is. It is really cool. It's just the way that it's presented to me. Like if I'm sitting here reading this, I'm like, oh wow, yeah, that's cool. But then Matt comes on, he's like, "Oh, you tapped on the box." I'm like, come on, Matt.
That's fantastic. That's pretty good.
I mean, I feel like I could friggin' sing these songs and match his tone. I mean, if that's all it takes, if you just have to be a good lyricist and you could be a global world hit band, then I don't know, maybe I'll give it a shot. But yeah, I don't know. Again, I do really appreciate the lyrics.
They're pretty good lyrics, right? That's really good. I mean, the one that sticks out to me, you in the bath on the phone, telling somebody that maybe they're better off leaving than staying in it alone.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I think this reminds me of Older National. these lyrics, I mean, this is relatable to the band. I mean, this is a real story when he had the the Japanese bomb, whatever, the clock, like that was actually like a thing in Hawaii when he shut down the airport for a while.
I was very confused about that.
Yeah, like he was there. He had a clock in his bag or something that looked like just like a bomb, and they shut down the airport. And that was it.
Oh my
So this
God.
is like this is a story, you know, a story
Yeah.
of what's going on with the album or the excuse me this national was going through. They said in this is in Stereo Gum or Pitchfork. To me, the line "I keep what I can of you" means something about everyone I've ever known or loved. This is from Aaron Dessner.
Wow.
There's a simplicity to New Order T-shirt that reminds me of our earlier records, but with the full maturity and experience we have now. It feels like a really important song for the future of our band. That's exactly that's spot on. It's the truth. But you collect those moments and you meet those people, and sometimes you think, oh, I remember that, you know, or I missed that, or whatever it is.
No, yeah, absolutely. Just you keep what you can of them. You know, you love or really appreciate a person, and you keep everything, all the memories that you can of that person.
Absolutely. So, I guess my memory of you would be you in your Joy Division T-shirt.
Oh man, that's
right.
Yeah, that's right. We could have wrote this song.
Yeah, absolutely. You and your Joy Division T-shirt.
Yeah, no, there you go. Wow, you nailed it. You nailed it. Wow, is Matt here right now?
you know, I often think about is when we inevitably make it big, and this show is all over the place. Do you think any of these bands that you absolutely or I absolutely trash are going to be willing to discuss?
Oh my God! Yeah, we'll have to furiously delete like every single one. Like what? Oh,
so true.
Oh my God, U2's coming on the show. They're our guests next week. Oh shit! Delete that one.
So true. I think that's probably that's gonna rack up some views, just like our Smiths video has been doing. I think it's gonna be the same level because people are gonna be so shocked.
I think so too. Right now, I haven't checked recently, but I believe that the like to dislike ratio is like 30%.
That's fantastic.
It's most disliked by far, and that
yeah.
I mean, that just goes to show you that there are a lot of U2 fans out there.
It's the truth. I'm surprised. But yeah, so New Order was actually they're a British band, but the National actually have a T-shirt. It's a white T-shirt that has New Order T-shirt, the National written on it.
Are you serious?
Yes, so it's actually a New Order T-shirt.
Oh my God! Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I guess overall, if I had to say which one I like better, obviously it's Tropic Morning News, and I wish that the National was this song. I wish this was their vibe. I really do, because I didn't realize that their vocals could match so well with a more upbeat song, and I love the times when it sounds a little more depressing and kind of like a minor key, like I said before, and then it resolves into the chorus and it gets happy again, and it's a faster beat.
Yeah.
New Order T-shirt. Again, it goes back to what I don't like about the National, which is kind of a more dreary tone, and then you compound that with Matt's vocals, and it just, I don't know, it's kind of a wash for me. But overall, I would say that these were decent songs, and lyrically, I love both of them.
Yes, that's cool, and I like on Tropic Morning News how it kind of like you said, it resolves. It kind of cools off at the end.
Oh yeah.
I think I really like that, which I think the National does often. You know what I should really send you? I should send you their album before this. I am easy to find. I think you're going to find some stuff on there that resembles this kind of thing. I'll send you a burned CD. You'll get it in
awesome
5 to 7 days.
Perfect. As long as the USPS doesn't smash it on me.
Yeah, you had a pretty bad experience with USPS.
Yeah, I ordered something very important, a gift for my fiance, and it was basically smashed. But it was protected. But still, they just, I just couldn't believe it. The side was dented in. Looked like someone spilled something on it. The ink was running.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I know, it's insane.
It's always something.
I tell you what, they really peed me off. Some other people peed me off too, though. But I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you
boy.
want to get to that first, or you want to do a rating, or should we just let it lie and then wait until the new album comes out?
Let's wait till new album comes out. You think
Okay.
you're gonna get the album? Think you'll give the album a listen?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, cool. Absolutely. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely have to do a review, but yeah, some people have actually peed me off.
Oh no, I'm nervous.
Yeah, that's right. We're calling them out. We had several commenters on our last video, and we also had some on the Dave Matthews Band review that we did as well. Now I don't know which ones you want to hit first here, Dixon. Do you want to go with the guy that was saying how do you guys talk about this for so long, or
yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay,
That's pretty good to start out with.
Yeah, so
in the mind space of the of where we're headed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so this guy, this William Garrett, he commented on our review of Madman's Eyes, the new single from Dave Matthews Band off their new album, and he said, "How do you talk about a 4-minute song for half an hour?" He actually said half a hour, but I corrected him there. But yeah, it's like, have you ever heard of being passionate about something? Have you ever heard of like caring about something, or being knowledgeable about a subject? Like, yeah, you could talk about anything for as long as you want. I like that's our job, right, Dixon?
You're absolutely right. I have to be with you on this. It's the truth, because you have been a Dave Matthews guy for your whole life.
Yeah.
This is that was his first new music in a while, right? Like,
yeah,
it's been quite a bit.
Yeah, a few years.
So there you go. So that's this is what this show is about, discussing music. If you listen to this episode, you hear we go out off on tangents, we relate it back, we kind of make it happen. And that's it.
Yeah, it's just like, this show is a discussion between two friends. That's essentially what it is. Dixon brings in all the knowledge and everything pretty much, and I just sit here.
You're just trying to butter me up after this fiasco.
Okay, you caught me, but no, it's just like, I don't know. How could you not talk about a song for a half hour? I find that ridiculous. Well, everyone does that. The people review songs online. Well, not many, but they do. I mean, you could talk about anything for as long as you want. So, I think that comment was unfounded.
It was, and just to go with your point, there's this guy. He's on Instagram, but I think he's primarily on TikTok, and that's what he does. He'll play a song, and he won't review it, but he'll just it'll be like, oh, hearing Buddy Holly by Weezer for the first time, and it's like, oh man, who is this? Like, it's like a conversation in the background between him and his buddy as they hear the song, and they're talking about it. It's just kind of like a funny, a throwback kind of thing. Mm-hmm. That's the same principle. You hear something, you like it, you can talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the whole idea that obviously, if you're into this sort of thing, you're going to probably try to seek it out, or you're coming across it somehow.
Sure.
This must just have been from Will. What's his name? Will Garrett, Levi Garrett.
Will Garrett. Will Garrett.
From Will, it seems like wrong place, wrong time. The YouTube shorts are at the front. Check out the shorts of cringe talks that made me laugh. Like, just stick over there.
Yeah, how about
then we'll be over here.
Yeah, go watch a 5-second video and just mindlessly scroll through stuff for 12 hours a day. Then you'll be happy. There you go.
But I really appreciate it if you subscribe, though.
Could you subscribe?
Subscribe real quick before you leave, or
oh man. The other one on that video was by Garrett Parker. Oh, another Garrett, except we switched his first name, Garrett. But
that sounds like a catfish. That sounds like he's bolstering his arguments by just doing it. Oh, this is from Garrett William. Oh, this is from Will Garrett.
Yeah,
oh, really?
I'm gonna get these assholes again. But he said this is when we were talking about the gun reform. I think he said maybe listen to the lyrics again. A huge plea for gun reform when I listen to this. It's very appropriate with Dave having school-age children. Dave has always, that's in caps, had a dark side. Maybe check out Rhyme and Reason, Too Much, Blue Water. I know all those songs. I know he has a dark side. I get it. Those are all very old songs and probably the darkest in his catalog. I don't know if this guy's being a jerk to us. I don't know if he's saying, hey, maybe just listen to the song again, or he's saying, hey, maybe listen to the song again, idiots. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, what's the tone there?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
kind of hard to tell online, but I don't even know what we said. But I think
we mentioned that, though.
He makes, I don't know. He makes a good point in that, Dave might be talking about gun reform in the song, but
I remember you specifically said it like this. I get the vibe that this is about gun control. Like I get the idea that this is about gun control.
Yeah,
that's what you said. I remember that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand why this comment was made. So, I mean,
oh boy.
Yeah, I guess...
I'm gonna listen to the video again.
Yeah. Wow. Oh boy. The final set of comments that we're going into is in our newest video, and that is from our video titled "U2, the worst band ever."
You heard it here first. It's true.
That's right. We said it. Now, this one guy, Dee Dee, I don't know if it's a girl or a guy actually, but he said, and this is a quote, so we have it on record that this guy actually said this. This is not a joke.
Yep.
He said, "U2 is in the same league as the Beatles. They give jobs to all the haters like you. That's another proof they are great." What do you think about this one, Dixon?
So I remember I texted you. It was like Saturday night.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know why I thought this, but I said, the Beatles aren't even in the same league as the Beatles.
That was fantastic.
But to include U2, I mean, there are very few bands I would put anywhere near the Beatles. And regardless of what I thought about U2, I wouldn't put them anywhere near the Beatles.
I would not either. There is absolutely no way. They are not in the same league at all.
There's
not
no
even,
way.
not even, they're not even on the same planet.
I think there's like 3 or 4 artists that are like the Beatles, like in the same league as the Beatles, and the rest are just like whatever.
And it just begs the question: why there's a lot of U2 defenders out there, a lot, and we learned that by way of the like to dislike ratio, which is pretty funny.
It is.
And what do you think about him calling us haters? I thought we gave U2 a fair shake.
Yeah, we were very fair. We're definitely not a hater. We just didn't say, "Oh, they suck." And that's it. We said why we believed it. That's it.
Yeah, we literally listened to all like their whole collection of songs. I mean,
you definitely did. I just kind of grazed the surface, but still, you gave them like a real fair shake. We both gave them a fair shake.
Yeah, I did, and I said their hits were amazing, but I said most of it is just mush. It's just regurgitated over and over again, U2, and just kind of has this kind of generic U2 sound. So.
We appreciate the hits. We appreciate some of their catalog for sure, but they're just not. They're overrated, especially by guys that are saying that they're the same league as the Beatles.
Speaking of that, did you see what someone just said 3 days ago?
I don't know if I did.
Now listen to this. You're gonna love this one. Okay. This guy said they're not in the same league as the Beatles because the Beatles are overrated AF.
Oh, wow. Interesting. I like this guy. I like the way he's thinking outside the box.
Wow. Well, you're defending this guy. Yeah, Kuba Ribs. I don't even know how to say that name.
I think he's completely off base, but I really love that he's thinking outside the box. I mean, I think that's pretty good, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting discussion because, British Invasion, the Beatles, all that kind of stuff. You didn't have social media, you didn't have TikTok, you didn't have any of these things that could kind of create that sizzle. So they kind of had to be good. I mean, you still had like the media involved, but they still had to be good.
I mean,
they still had to kind of blow your mind a little bit for them to catch on like they did.
Yeah, obviously, and a lot of people still love them today. So I think that shows that they had something going on. But I think this might be a good idea for the video. Like a video like are the Beatles overrated? That could be a good idea. We could explore that.
We could definitely talk about John Lennon because John Lennon, genius on many levels, and who I think had good intentions maybe, but just kind of has ended up being like a real shitty guy, like just not a good guy overall. Yeah. That'd be interesting, but no, I like where that guy says that. That's a pretty hot take. I appreciate it.
That's a very hot take. Wow, I feel bad for attacking other people now, but you're really coming at this from a charitable aspect.
No, I think he's completely off base. I think it's complete nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
I think that to say that the Beatles are overrated are it's just incredible. But I appreciate the questioning attitude, I guess, is what I'm getting at.
I get what you're saying. And then finally, we land on Dylan Olsen, and this guy said, "Not quite the same league as the Beatles. No band is, to be honest, but I think they're still top 10 greatest bands of all time." And he's referring to U2. So this guy thinks U2 is one of the top 10 bands ever in history.
Wow. Okay. Of all time. Jeez.
I don't know about that. I think that might be a little off too, but
That's pretty generous, I think.
yeah, I think so too. What is it about U2 that so many people love so much? I really don't understand it.
I don't know. There's.
Are we
But what's
missing
odd
something?
to me is, yeah, maybe we are missing something. Is there something that has to click?
Maybe, I don't know. Do I have to sit down and just listen through each album a bunch of times? I mean, like I said, we listened to Joshua Tree, and people say that that's their best album ever. And I was trying to get something out of it. Like, I like the hits. I like the hits, but I'm like, geez.
Seriously, that's that. No, I was the same way. And maybe this guy evidently is a U2 fan.
Yeah.
Maybe he's more objective than anything, but like, I think it'd be pretty hard to include a lot of the bands I like into the top 10 list of all time.
Yeah.
Like that's like the Nationals in the top 10 of all time.
So you think the Nationals one of the top 10 bands?
No.
Oh.
That'd be like me saying that. Like, oh yeah,
oh
the
yes,
top
yes.
10 band. Like,
Okay, I understand. Sorry, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I think that that's very generous, and I think a little misguided.
Yeah, I would agree as well. Yeah, a lot of people are misguided on this this video. We are seriously bringing a lot of controversy to the forefront.
Well, maybe it's got people angry and it's got people thinking.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think it definitely sparks a conversation, that's for sure. By the way, that guy that said that U2's in the same league as the Beatles has 5 likes on it.
5 likes?
That might have more likes than our video.
Oh my god, who are these people? Identify yourselves right now.
Yeah, come on.
You should not be allowed to listen to music for the rest of your lives.
Oh my god, I love it. You can't listen to music anymore.
My god, what a disgusting take. That's awful. That's the worst take I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's a pretty bad take. I mean, the Beatles being overrated of all time is a pretty bad take, but I appreciate it. And I get where you don't want to buy into the hype of anything.
Yeah.
But to just randomly say that the U2 is on the same level as the Beatles, I mean, what are you talking about?
I don't know. I think people they think they give this band more than they're worth, I guess.
I'm gonna start listening to U2 and maybe I'll get it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, maybe
more than I already do.
Yeah.
But you know what we enjoy?
What do we enjoy, Dixon?
We enjoy these comments.
We do.
So,
we really do love them. They're like one of my favorite parts.
Seriously. So leave a comment, good, bad, and different. Drop your hottest take regarding the National, U2, the Smiths, Bob Dylan, whatever it might be. Drop it down there. Tell us who you think is overrated.
Yeah, let's hear it. I would love to hear some people's hot takes, like, because it was pretty fun talking about these ones.
Yeah, that was great. I loved watching them roll in, like it just like immediately.
It was pretty crazy. We were getting bombarded.
Yeah, that was pretty good, and it feels really really good to have this position and to not be like every yuppie that are in the comment box saying, "Oh, U2 is so good. Just listen, give them a chance, bro. Please." Like it's enough.
Yeah, enough. Get out of here.
Can't take it. So if you're one of the people that left an angry comment, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, along with everybody else out there too.
I hope we just have an ongoing battle with these people.
Yeah,
every single video. That'd be great.
That would really be entertainment for sure.
Hey Dixon, before we go, should we tease what we're going to be talking about next week, or do we not want to play our hand?
Let's get a little tease on there.
I don't even know how to cleverly tease this, but I'm just going to say we're going to be discussing the Talking Heads next week.
2 Talking Heads discussing Talking Heads.
See, that's there you go.
Regular Matt Berninger training. Talking Heads discussing Talking Heads.
Oh, you sound just like him. You sound exactly like him.
Can't pay attention to the sound of anyone.
God, you could sub in for him.
Boy, that'd be awesome.
Well, guys,
sounds great. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am as well, guys, and we hope you're looking forward to it as well. We hope to see you in the next one. Like we said, smash the like, subscribe. Most of all, just comment. Give us your hottest takes. We respond to all of them. We love all of them, whether it be negative or positive. Keep them coming. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Peace.